Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to the universe. All praises go to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I am Queen. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. So you already know that I have to get comfortable. So let me get comfortable so we can start this video, okay? So, do you believe in the spiritual? If you made it to my channel, I always say if you made it to my channel, you gotta be tapped in. You gotta be tapped in. The universe led you to my page. The universe led you to my channel. Okay? So, Balani, how are y'all? Ashe. So, I had a client that I had to help. I had to help her. This is years and years and years ago, okay? And she came to me. This is back probably in 2015. And she came to me 2015. Hold on, let me get my timing right, y'all. Okay, probably in 2019, she came to me and she had scratches all over her back. And I said, this right here is not normal. And she said, yes, I know this isn't normal. I've been waking up, she said, for 2 weeks with these scratches on my back, and it's only multiplying more and more and more. I said, that's very interesting. It's like you got a witch on your back. And she said, a witch on my back. I said, are you wearing anything new? I said, do you have anything new on your body? Anything. I said, it could be jewelry, it could be a headband, it could be clothing, socks, shoes, shoestrings, like anything. A ring. And she's like, she said, well, I was given this necklace, and I looked at the necklace and I said, okay. I said, who gave you this necklace? And she said, a friend. And I was asking, how does this friend feel about her? And she said she feels like the friend feels very good about her. I said, well, we'll see, because sometimes people intentions are different than what they're showing. So see, this is what I do. I'm a priestess. I conjure, I heal, I help fix the situation. Because even I have been through things where I had to fix it myself. I had to fix the situation myself through the Most High, because I am His vessel, okay? When I surrendered to the Most High, I became His vessel, and He uses me. Ashe, He uses me. And this is exactly why I'm right here right now, because when I get downloads, I have to come here and I have to tell y'all. So, I told her to give me the necklace. I took the necklace and I told her that I wanted her to go home. And I had this cleansing that I gave her, and I wanted her to wash her back in it. And that's exactly what she did. And when she was done washing her back in it, after 7 days, she had to take and put shea butter on it. After washing it, she had to keep putting shea butter on it. And so what happened was, I sat there and I just held that necklace. And the necklace, it felt bad. It did not feel good. It felt bad. And I had no understanding of what it was. So I had to go deep and I had to meditate. And I had to talk to the Most High. And I asked God to lead me and guide me and show me the way to help her. Because what's not broken, it can be fixed. What's not broken, it can be fixed, okay? So she came back. And I had to go and bury the necklace. I had to go confiscate it, because you have to send these things back to the earth, okay? You have to send these things back to the earth. And when you're working as a priestess, when you're working as a priest, God just have these things come to you because He know what He doing. Okay, He knows that He knows exactly what He's doing, and He's always gonna do it the right way. God don't do anything the wrong way. He always does it the right way. Okay, so what was I saying? Let me get back on track. So she came back to me and she showed me her back. And when I looked at her back, it was what 2 or 3 weeks later. I looked at her back and I said, "Wow, her back was clear. It was all clear." I told her, I said, "Don't take anything from anyone. Don't take anything from anyone unless you know their intentions are good. Unless you're 100% sure, you can be 1,000% sure that their intentions are good. Because when someone has bad intentions and you're just looking on the outside and you're not using discernment, because anybody can be nice to you, but you have to pay attention to their actions. And that's using discernment when you're paying attention to their actions, because it's going to show you if they are for you or against you. Okay, pay attention. So having people give you clothes, oh my gosh, don't have people give you clothes. Because I know someone who I had to help as well years and years and years ago. Okay, and this right here is around the same time, 2019, 2018. I had to help her, someone giving her clothes, and she was losing weight. It was her own stepmother giving her clothes, and she was losing weight. I said, "Okay." I said, "I know exactly why you're losing weight." She said, "Why?" I said, "Because those shoes that you're wearing, that your stepmother gave you." I said, "You wear them every day." I said, "And then that shirt you got on," I said, "she gave that to you too." So immediately we had to go and get rid of these items. We had to confiscate them, okay? Because they belong back to the earth, okay? We do not handle dark things. We do not keep dark things. When darkness has been set over something, you have to get rid of it, because when you cleanse it, it can always come back, okay? Especially when someone fix something for someone to do bad. So you just want to get rid of it, okay? And it's special ways to get rid of it. Like I said, you have to send it back to the earth. Not shame. Understanding is understanding. If you get it, you got it, okay? You made it to my page, you tapped in, okay? I always tell you this. And you tapped into the universe somehow. You made it to my page. So we got rid of those things, those items, and I prayed over her and I blessed her. And after that, I told her, "You'll see who's doing this to you." Okay? Even though we already knew it was her stepmom. But I said, "You will see. You will see." Because time was going to show that she was doing this. Okay? So as time went on, about 3 months went by. My client came back and she was so happy and she looked very healthy. And she said to me, "It was my stepmom, just like you said, it was my stepmom stealing my blessings." She said, "I was losing weight." She said, "I was losing weight because of her." She said, "Now she's skinny." She said, "And I'm healthy again." She said, "You told me I know just who did it." And she said, I see that it was my stepmom." So she brought some protection herbs. You get some black salt, and black salt is good for keeping the witches away. So I want to explain this also. When you have scratches coming on your body, when you have bruises coming on your body, and they're unexplainable, just know that the spirit is real. Okay? Spirit's trying to get your attention, and whether it's good or bad, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention, because if it's good, you listen deeper. If it's bad, I'm gonna tell you this straight up though. Good, it's not gonna leave marks on your body, but bad, you gotta rebuke it. You gotta get on it right away. Get on it right away and start rebuking it. Get on it right away and start rebuking it. Because God is real. God is real. First of all, I want to say that, but the devil is also real. That deceiver, that evil spirit that comes. Whew. I had a client come to me. I had a client come to me and he had a ball in his head. And I said, this seems familiar. So I'm going to tell y'all what happens because the universe will have us go through things just so we'll know how to deal with it later. It's practice, okay? For our future. So my practice was that I had already seen this before. And I was able to help him at the best of my ability. I went and I got this Florida water. Yes, years and years and years ago. And I say this because I've been doing this a while. I've been having to rest for a little while, but I've been doing this a while. And so to stay on track, I gave him a shampoo to wash his head in. And then I told him to put Florida water on his head 3 times a day. And he did just that because he anointed his head with salt water at first. And his head had started to leak on the opposite side where there was nothing even there. Nothing was there. But when he touched it, it just started to leak. So he went to the hospital. He went to the hospital over and over. Okay. And no one knew what was wrong with him. They couldn't figure it out. They kept telling him he's fine. Vertigo kept coming up. That wasn't the problem. So he knew something was wrong, and I told him, yes, you're right. Come to find out, it was his ex-girlfriend because she had put these things in his hats. She had put these things in his brush. Anything that he put in his head, she put it there just so she could have control. That's what this boy was for, that she put in his head. And it's sad that people do these things to people because it's evil, it's pure evil, it's wicked, it's black hearted, okay? It's dark hearted, it's wicked. You're playing people against their free will, and then you're hurting and harming people. That's very dangerous in the spirit world. That's very dangerous in the universe because you get that bad karma when you play around. When you F around and find out, you're going to F around and find out. So, after him doing this, putting this cleansing, this washing his head for a week, 7 days, 7. The number 7 means completeness, okay? It's complete. Number 7. 7 days, he washed his hair with soap. With the shampoo I gave him, I mean, not soap, but with the shampoo I gave him, he washed his head. And then, after that, he put the Florida water. He anointed his head with the Florida water and everything. He had 3 nights. He had 3 nights, but one big boy, they went away instantly. They just faded away. And he said he spent all that time trying putting alcohol on everything, doing everything with it only, getting bigger and bigger, swelling more and more. And it wasn't until he came to me that I was able to heal him of all that iniquity that was put in his brain, that was put in his head. to confuse his Ori. And I did that. Through the Most High, I did that. I healed him. Because God, He is capable. He is able of everything. Yes. And He will put it in you to deliver someone as well, to save someone as well. He will put it in you. Something you ain't ever thought you had in you, He'll put it in you. There is healing. Just want to let y'all know that there's healing, okay? There's healing. So, after this happened to him, I do want to say this. He continued to anoint his head with Florida water to make sure, because he became with this paranoia, because he was like, he couldn't even get his hair cut because these boils in his head. He felt intimidated because these boils are in his head. And he was proud, so he continued anointing his head with this Florida water and washing his hair with this shampoo. And yeah, even though it was complete, he continued doing it because he wanted his head to stay clear. Before this happened to him, he said his head was spinning, spinning, spinning. His head was spinning so bad. And he said he didn't know what to do because his head was just spinning, spinning, spinning. So just know that the spirit is real, okay? The spirit is real. And the Adonai, he will always come through, okay? He will always come through. I am Queen Ashe. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Just ask. Just ask and you will receive, okay? Just ask and you'll receive. God, He's capable of anything. You just gotta be light as a feather, okay? Faith. Put your faith in the Adonai, the Most High, okay? El Shaddai. Y'all have a great day and night wherever you are. I am Queen Ashe. Do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I will be back with another video. One love. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.